Welcome to the Cosmic Watch. I'm Franklin, your astrologer, and I do private readings for you at weforetell.com. And please check out our video materials, free of course, right here on YouTube, such as the horoscopes and tarot card lessons and compatibility videos between the different signs. And of course, if you see what you like, please hit thumbs up, because it really does make a difference. And we do thank you for your support. Good to have you along with us on this, which is November 24th of 2023. Here in the Cosmic Watch, we invite subscribers to join us in our chat room. And during the next hour, we'll do readings for those who come in and answer their questions. This is Sagittarius that we've now moved into as the sun sign, and our moon sign tonight is in Aries. And if you add up today's date, 11/24 of 2023, using the month as a two-digit number. You start with 11 for the 11th month, and then add up and you get a total of 24. So those born today in numerology would be a 2 plus 4 equals 6. And this is a truth-seeking, truth-finding number. And it's exactly what Sagittarius is. Sagittarius, the truth seeker. And right now, with the sun sign in Sagittarius, we all feel the need for long distance travel. Number one, that's always the biggest lure for Sagittarius people, and all sorts of different education. Sagittarians want to know everything, and they are willing to put in the work to learn this. So they're always interested in obtaining more education, knowing more things, and that's education for their mind and for their spirit also. They're very knowledge-seeking people who are ruled by the planet Jupiter. The planet Jupiter is known for good fortune. Good, it's the great beneficial planet. It's good luck, good fortune, and as we have found over the centuries, it is also being overserved to the point where you have to realize that there is such a thing as getting too much of even a good thing, of getting too much of what you wanted. And this is one of the great things that are done by the fallen angels. The fallen angels who can get into your head and put ideas there, such as greed. And this is truly what we all, during Sagittarius time of the year, we all have to be aware of, that there are, though, in the spirit world and right here on earth, the fallen angels who are, as angels, they still have the mandate to push us towards our enlightenment. And the fallen angels can do it in any way they care to do it. And very often that is by causing disruptions, by causing us to make karmic decisions, to overserve us, to give us too much of what we asked for. The fallen angels don't mind spiting humans to push us towards our overall enlightenment. I mean, that's what we're all here for. But we have to realize that the fallen angels, and here's SJ saving us, right? Got here just in time for us to come back to reality and do a reading. SJ, thank you for being with us in the chat room tonight under this Aries moon. We're all sort of pushing our way. Any particular thing going on with you that you'd like to ask a question about tonight, or would you rather that we, as usual, turn a card and see where you seem to be, and that's all we can do. SJ asking about health. Boy, is that the number one question in the world? Yes, it is. Is that our biggest concern? Yes, it is. And this is why so often when our spirit guides want our attention, they use our health and or finance, it's the same thing, to get our attention. So when you're having health concerns, you really have to look at the karmic reasons for it. SJ, if I look at your overall health right now, it's changing, and it's changing so slowly that you're questioning whether it's really doing the job, right? Whether this medication or treatment or therapy or whatever is really bringing about the change that you want. And you can see you've got so much of the work already done. You're more than halfway there. You are healing. Your health is improving, SJ. There's no doubt about that. And it's up to you to understand that there's still more to come. The past is all that's written in stone. That's gone. The future is predictable only as one of the open paths that's going to be open to you. There's all sorts of different ways your future can work out. And what we're being told here by your guides is that you get to cross that bridge there in the picture. You are going to pick up what's left, right, and get better and go across to there's better health on the other side of that. So yes, it's very good for your health. And what can you do to help this along? Is there anything that you can be doing that would help this? And it's traveling within your mind, seeing yourself moving and getting healthier, picturing yourself as stronger and healthier, and that also means trying to do things that maybe you think you can't do, or things that you used to be able to do, and you've backed off of them, this would say it is time for you to stretch yourself a little bit. That's how you know that you're getting better. So things really are in your court, SJ. There's a lot, yes, that you can personally do to bring better health for yourself, and you're also worried about the health of the others around you, and you can be a wonderful influence on those other people around you by getting healthier, by showing them it's possible, by showing them that this is how you do it. Is it's in your mind. What you attract with your thoughts, with either positive or negative thoughts, what you attract is like thoughts. People who are thinking those positive or negative thoughts, and when you attract negativity into your life, it's this is you having the big test, right? I mean, this is why is the book of Job in such a prominent place in the Christian Bible and in the Torah and in the Quran? Because it tells us about the existence of the fallen angels, of Satan. Satan is the one who is just having a regular conversation with God one day and saying, that guy Job, he really seems to be a godly man. But what if we took everything away from him, including his health? This is a metaphor for what really goes on. The fallen angels are here on earth. They were here before us, before humans. They are here to provide us with temptations so we may grow and learn and make mistakes. It's the only way to learn. It's the only way humans learn. Why would there be 8 billion of us on, or is it trillion of us on the planet if we weren't supposed to learn from each other? I mean, we already made the mistake of, instead of learning from the animals, we eat them. So this is all of the problems between human beings are caused by having fears of each other. Every war, every revolution, it all comes from one group of people, if not just one person, having fears of other person. And this is the common thread of the fallen angels, is they give humans fears. It's those fears that come. And here's Cody joining us in the chat room. Cody, we missed you last week. That's the first time I think that you've missed one of our get-togethers. So for Cody tonight, any questions in particular, Cody, or would you like for me to turn a card and see what seems to be happening there? This is we're in Sagittarius tonight, and Sagittarians are expanding all the time. That's that Jupiter influence. They're always. Cody says he'll see what I can come up with. Well, I never know. Cody's guides are telling my guides where to put my hands and what card to pull up. It's up to me to interpret the card. Cody, this is you surprising yourself with the love that you that you have for someone or something. You've done. I bet you did a good deed for someone that nobody even saw, and and you're it's the sort of thing that does get answered. Yes, does come back to you karmically. Um, Karma is the one thing, not gold, not sex, not anything other than karma, doesn't transfer from one lifetime to another. Only karma. And this is you wondering how what you've done is going to come back to you. You know that the universe owes you one. Here's Alberto saying hello. Alberto, any particular questions that you have tonight, or would you like a surprise? It's things have been going along pretty good tonight. We're coming up to a full moon next week. That full moon will be in Gemini, so there's going to be double shots, doubling down the twins Gemini. It's people will be able to see things from both sides. You're going to be able to see both sides of questions. So Alberto, if we look into what is going on in your life, oh, it's good. That's great. This is you and your family, the ones who support you, your group, your circle, the ones that you really care the most for, that you communicate with mentally. You know who they are and how they are and where they are. And it's those people, including the ones who are in the next world, Alberta. That's who's saying hi to you, and apparently they have you been asking for a sign? Have you asked for a message, Alberto, from your guides? This is the sun coming up, and after the darkness of the unknown, of you not being able to figure something out, and the answer is now, and the answer to that question is it's time to let go. It's time to get out of that comfortable rut that you're in and move on to what comes next. Move on to the to the next step. We you always have to take everything in this world step by step. You can't do the second step until you finish the first. Everything has to be in order. And the only thing, the biggest thing that really slows us down from taking that next step, other than like trying to read the last page of the book first, just skipping ahead, skipping over the boring parts is what it amounts to. But what we can do is get stuck in a step because it's so easy and it's so comfortable for us. But no matter how good or bad things are, they have to be released. That you have to let go. Cody says, decide not to go to the Thursday night readings because there was something fishy about those readings on Thursday night. Wow. It's amazing the feelings that you can get through a video connection. It's just amazing. It is as though a part of your spirit actually is within your photos, and it's just an amazing thing. The communications that have come in to our lives at this point. I mean, when you think that all of this started with a telegraph wire that they ran electricity through and tapped with a stick, right? Beep, 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 beep. And that is what has led to satellite communication, which is mimicking ESP. You can't see it, but suddenly I'm communicating with someone on the other side of the world. It's time travel. It truly is, being able to send a part of yourself to anywhere on the planet, to speak to the entire planet at one time. These are really extraordinary times that we live in. The opportunities that we have to help each other, to not spend all of our time in the cave, right, or up on the top floor, trying to stay away from other people. And here's Larry coming into the group here, and Larry says he would like to have us pull a card for him, and I would think, Larry, that, oh wow, and that's as good as it gets. That's the luckiest card in the deck. That's moving past getting what you want. That's being contented with what you're going to get, and it's love, and it's how the universe is going to show its love for you, Larry. And this is your guides telling you that you're going to have a great Christmas. You've got some wonderful things coming, Larry, and that seems to be a promise from your guides, and that's also that tarot card is a 9. That means the end of the cycle. That means it's here, Larry. You've gone through the wait, and now it's time. And that's a very, very strong prediction of good things coming, Larry. It's that time of the year with this being in Sagittarius. This is when the thing about getting so much is, can you accept it? Can you accept the good things that the universe gives you? And Cody saying the reason that felt that way because I know myself spiritually, and my guides know too. Yes, getting to know yourself is so much of why we do astrology, to understand the different forces that push us in different directions, and the way that we can change the world by the way we change our reaction. Cody says to SJ, didn't just agree with her. So this must be the Thursday night that they're considering there. It's the today being a 6 means that these people, it's a 2 + 4 = 6. So it's about being with other people and doing things orderly and learning the truth. And so Cody says things in her readings now. So are you guys talking about Amy, about my daughter who was doing or was it Kat that was doing Thursday nights? I think it was, wasn't it? I'm I'm easily confused myself. I think there is a wonderful group of readers here at We Foretell. I've been here for over 10 years myself, and it's a very spread out group. We all work from home. We're all in different parts of the world. we all work together through a mental connection that lets us all sort of work together and have common knowledge, and this is why so many people use more than one reader. It's you're going, every reader, though they see the same omens and signs, is going to interpret them a bit differently, and it's very good to get the different readings from different people, just as it is to read the horoscopes of the other signs in your element. Like Sagittarius is a fire sign, so when Sagittarius reads their horoscopes, they should also read Leo, and they should also read Aries, the other two fire signs, and you'll see that the three that are within your element are always very similar, because the signs are so similar. You've got three of each of the four elements, and it's a very good way of being able to see your compatibility with another sign. The way some signs go together because their elements go together, such as air and fire generating with each other. An air sign and a fire sign create sparks. Yes, they do. A water sign and a fire sign have a hard time with each other. My two children, one's a water sign, one's a fire sign, and one is forever throwing cold water on the other one's flaming hot idea. It's been that way forever. So it means a lot as to what element you are, and how you're going to interact with the other elements. And Sagittarius season, yes, it is a very good season, because it does bring things into your life. It's the season of being able to accept things into your life, and this is what learning from the past is all about. We if we don't learn from the past, we will have to do it again. We'll have to repeat it, right? And if you don't learn anything from the past, you're going to repeat it in the same way, with the same attitude, and you'll learn nothing and have to do it again. So, as we learn from the past, or fail to, what are we doing? We're refusing the help of the universe. We're telling God, we don't need your help. We can do this by ourselves. There we are, hanging by a thread, right? And out of the blue, help comes along. Can you accept that help if it, say, came from your enemy? who was feeling sorry for you, showing pity for you, and looking good to the rest of the world by doing it, could you accept that help? If you don't, you're saying thanks, but no thanks to God. It's the worst mistake you can possibly make. When the universe wants to give you something, it wants you to take from them, they get your attention. And this is why so many things come to us. Cody is saying that this is my daughter, Amy. My daughter was good at telling me about the reincarnation of lives. We come back in lives to do it better, to get another chance. That's what the whole thing of reincarnation is about. And we were talking in the last couple of weeks about Chinese astrology. In Chinese astrology, they break it down by 5 instead of the 4 elements. They have the fire and earth and water, and then instead of air, they break it down into 2 sides of the natural world, what's on the outside of the planet. They break it down into either wood or metal. And so they have 5 different categories that they break their 12 signs down into. And our moon sign right now, being in Aries tonight, means that we're all likely to make rash decisions and leap before we look. This is what Aries puts into the world, and that, along with Aries, is so concerned with their own looks that good-looking people can manipulate them, can flatter them into doing most anything. They can be controlled by other people, and this is the big thing that is done by the fallen angels. The fallen angels are the only beings in this universe who can take on the guise of heavenly angels. They can look to be pure light and shame or awe humans into doing whatever they want them to do. They can also put things into your vision, such as seeing maybe reptilian eyes in another person, and they can make you not see things. They can flash a thought in your mind and make you drive right past where you intended to go. They can move things around and make you think that you have seen things. This is what's going on right now with the UFO scare that began back in 1947, when we were bringing a lot of foreign people into this country because we needed the technology to build bombs and whatever. And as we were bringing all of these new people in, assimilating, the fallen angels took this opportunity for people to lose faith in the government telling them the truth. In 1947, they began as a simple optical illusion that the fallen angels can appear in your mind to be anything. They can appear to be even these, what at that time was just generally thought. It was the the fearing of other people who were not like us coming here. And the fallen angels used that image that was so spread out all across the country. Everybody saw the very same thing, right? The flying saucers. And what they are seeing now, that optical illusion that they're seeing now, is generated by the fallen angels. Suddenly, in this modern time, through evolution, the angels are evolving too, the same as we are. They are now in what appear to be spacecraft that defy physics, spacecraft that fly as if they were in a game machine or a laser show, things that were invented recently to keep up with the evolution within us, to scare us. We now think that we're seeing these alien spacecraft. And it's just an illusion that's being put out by the fallen angels to give us fears, and in this case, to give us disbelief of anything that the government tells you. And that is just to generate bad karma. That's what they're trying to put out into the entire world. Climate change, everything is caused by the fact that the air that we breathe, the air that every human on this earth breathes, is full of karma. It's full of consequences for every action and inaction that every human on this earth has ever breathed out. We're still breathing the very same molecules, the original molecules that just keep recycling. We're breathing the karma that has been put onto this planet. And so much of it has been put here due to the fallen angels who deal in myths and rumors. Henry Ford, the great industrialist, believed that the Hebrews were trying to take over the earth, to enslave the earth. He spent a fortune promoting that idea that was started by the Hebrews, who did not want Gentiles to be allowed to be a part of their religion. Remember St. Paul? St. Paul makes a walking trip around the known world. He goes to each and every Christian church, and he tells them, I've had this dream, and the dream told me that the father of our religion, Abraham, was not a Hebrew. Of course he wasn't. There were no Hebrews before Abraham's time. And this revelation told Paul that the Hebrew people should treat every outsider, every Gentile, as family. And that idea did not sit well with every Hebrew. And this is where they start. They self-start this terrible rumor to scare away those Gentiles and those outsiders, those who the religion. St. Paul is saying we need to bring these people in. Well, the obstructionists among them, obviously there were some important people who were. They at that time started this rumor that caused so much trouble, so much anguish here on this earth. This is the sort of thing that the fallen angels do. The fallen angels can do anything in the name of pushing us towards our enlightenment. So, how do we know the difference between who's coming to us? If a fallen angel can take on the guise of Adam and Eve, they were talking to some animal, beautiful animal that tempted them into it. If the fallen angels can come to us, if the fallen angels fooled Adam and Eve, and they did more than once, and they, if that is possible, then the way to know the difference is that the dreams and visions that are given to you by the angels are about a changeable future that you can do something about. The fantasies that come to you again and again and over, this is the fallen angels telling you can't change. Go back to the past. Don't try to change. The fallen angels work within each and every one of us. Just as surely as God is within each and every soul out there, God is the soul that is within this human body along with our spirit, and for everyone. And also, the fallen angels have access to us. This is what had to be removed, stricken from the Christian Bible in order for the Roman emperor to be converted. This was at a time when they were burning Christian churches. The lions were eating Christians in the arena, and the emperor is the number one sinner in the world. The Romans at that time were about as sinful as a people could be. And in order to please the Roman emperor and stop the killing of their people, they agreed, the church leaders agreed to any changes they wanted. In anything you want, man, just quit killing us, And this is when the mandate against eating animals comes in. Here's a wonderful book called In the Words of the Buddha. The Buddha says there are 5 livelihoods to be avoided. To be avoided. Those 5 trades, O monks, should not be taken up, are trading in weapons, trading in living beings, trading in meat, trading in intoxicants, and trading in poisons. These things were removed from the Bible, especially the part about eating red meat and not drinking alcohol to excess, and also not having sex outside of marriage. And this is these are the books that were removed from the Bible, and they're the books of Adam and Eve and the book of Enoch, and they had to be hidden away, and the reason they were hidden was because of the invaders who came through And they did not want the invaders to know the real facts that they knew, the facts that were had to be removed from the Bible, which include the fact that Jesus was a vegetarian. Jesus, were you born in a barn? Yes, Jesus was born in a barn, surrounded and protected by animals. Jesus never mistreated an animal. He was a carpenter, and no animals were hurt in the building of this building. Jesus never ate red meat. He ate fish with his loaves, right? So this was one of the great lessons that was removed from the Bible. It's and along with the fact of the existence of the fallen angels, because the fallen angels decided that they wanted to be God. That's why they got thrown down to earth to begin with. That caused the whole problem. The fallen angels wanted to be God. And they wanted to prove themselves by creating their own race. The fallen angels mated with human women through immaculate conception. And it's their children who became the race of giants. Remember Goliath? Goliath was the last of that pure race, Goliath of Gath. Estimated to be somewhere between 6.5 and 10.5 feet tall. And the first of those who were sired by the fallen angels is Cain, the first child. Adam and Eve were never meant to have children. They were meant to live forever, right? No need to have children if you're going to live forever, just like the angels. Angels didn't have children. And this is what the fallen angels tempted Adam and Eve into. And apparently, while Cain was still in the spirit world, he was communicated with by the fallen angels who gave him a bad attitude. Cain is born with a twin sister. And the name Cain is so angry when he's born. His name means he who hates. And who he hated was his twin sister. He had been told by the spirit world, and he didn't know if it was an angel or a fallen angel, right? He was told that his twin sister wanted to steal his glory as the firstborn, the first child. And he comes into the world angry at her. And this is why I believe Cain was the first to be an offspring of the fallen angels. And this is why we have so many problems in the world today. Think about how many people have thought that the angel that came to them really meant that they got special dispensation and could be forgiven of anything as long as it moved them toward their goal, moved them toward their enlightenment. So this is these are the forces that are at work uh, to retard our enlightenment, to slow us down. and and the way to get yourself back in gear and to speed yourself up is to understand what is going on, and why you are given fears of other people, why you don't naturally love, why your parents never taught you to love strangers. They told you to avoid strangers, never trust strangers. The world's a hard place. Look out. With that sort of teaching, we end up with the world that we have today. We end up fearful of each other rather than helpful for each other. And Adam and Eve, Cody is saying, when you think about Adam and Eve at 0 years old, Adam and Eve grew in the Garden of Eden. The fact is that a year to God, a day to God, 1 day to God equals 1,000 human years. And this is proven in the book of Adam and Eve by the fact that Adam and Eve live to be 930 years old from the time they left the garden. And God had promised them that on the day that they ate from the tree of life, on that same day, they would die. And it took 930 years for that day to pass. So during the creation, the 7 days of the creation would have been 7,000 years. In that 7,000 years, Adam and Eve go from a single cell, blossom into this double-spirited creation that over the next 7,000 years changes their wings to feet. Somehow they become mobile, but they've never really walked on the ground until they have to leave the garden. And that's the first time their feet ever hurt, was when they had to leave the garden. So evolution is ever going on. This means that God is still evolving. God is changing. If the universe is continually changing, humans, angels, fallen angels, God is evolving. The earth itself is evolving. And we are in this ever-changing situation where even truth is evolving. What was true yesterday is going to evolve into something a little different today. Only the past is written in stone, and the past evolves into the future. And if we realize that, we can see where we're going. And when we know where we're going, we know how to get there. What's astrology for? It's for figuring out which way the ocean current is taking your karmic boat, right? And you can find that out. You can figure that out. You can follow the trends through the year. You follow the trends that are associated with the different signs. Those 12 different signs, those personalities have been a part of lore, common knowledge on this earth for 25,000 years, since the time people were getting together in caves. And so, and think about that for a moment. We began coming together, bringing everybody together. And the biggest temptation in this world right now to the young people is to isolate themselves, to move up to the penthouse, go to the top floor where you can be up there by yourself. And the young people of today have found games, role-playing games that are involved with action games that become a different world. And this is the electronic version, the updated version of what the Buddha said. Create your own universe. You can create your own universe just as surely as the 20-something kid wants to be an inventor and invent his own game, invent his own universe. You can lay out the blueprint of your universe in real time, and because of satellite communication. I can access information from every corner of the world sitting right here on my butt in my room. It's an amazing time that we live in, and yeah, Cody, it's so much of our problems are caused by the fact that we have children. Without children, you would not have to have greed built into you, so you can get out there and make a living and protect your family. And you would not have to have lust to provoke you into creating more children. And without those things, the world would be a very different place. Cody says, I can imagine what Adam and Eve looked like. And it's just no telling. They were created in God's image. God is a spirit. They must have begun as spirits. And in this place that we know as the Garden of Eden, it was a very growing place. It's where changes were happening. Adam and Eve went through such an evolution right there in the garden. And then they go to the cave below and they go through a whole nother evolution. Evolution is ongoing. Cody says, my family said that God never changed. And this is what religion wants us to believe. That God is stuck back over here. These rules that were made thousands of years ago still apply right now. And it's the way that we know the Bible and other holy scriptures are indeed inspired scriptures, are that their meaning changes as we need it. They mean something very different to me reading it today than they did to someone reading it thousands of years ago. It was effective for them, and now it's effective to me because it is changing. God is evolving. God doesn't stand still. God doesn't try to live in the past. God is always moving forward. God is changing. God is evolving, and we will evolve to be able to be with God at some point, and we'll all go together, and we'll do that as we help each other. And that's all for our hour tonight. Thank you all, everyone who participated tonight. And remember to hit the thumbs up button to show your support. This is the Cosmic Watch. I'm Franklin, and we will return next Friday, same time, same channel.